Thinking Aloud. Conversations on the leading edge of knowledge and discovery with psychologist Jeffrey Mishlove.
Hello, I'm Jeffrey Mishlove, and today I'd like to talk about the concept of pay it forward. You know, I've been doing these videos, I think this is the 48th segment of the InPresence series, so I've been creating one a day for you for quite a while, and I do it really as a way of sharing the wealth of knowledge that I've acquired over some 45 years as a seeker, an interviewer, a student, a teacher of parapsychology, spirituality, consciousness, psychotherapy, and related fields. So over the course of my long life, I'm so glad I've made it this far, I've managed to encounter maybe over 1,000 remarkable individuals, and to some small extent, a little bit of them has rubbed off on me each and every time. You know, there's a concept in the spiritual traditions called darshan. That is, when you sit in the presence of a guru, some sort of transmission occurs, a vibration from, you could say, from their chakras to your chakras. Some sort of subtle energy awakens just by being near some of these people. You might even say, yeah, as my friend Stephen Schwartz likes to call it, a transfer of information architecture. Now, I realize when I make these videos that I'm communicating knowledge, I'm communicating a sense of my heart, my feelings about things, my love, my passion for this work. And I'm not asking anything of you, nothing. This is given to you for free. Yes, there's some advertising now. You do have an opportunity to donate to help support this production if you so wish by visiting our foundation, the New Thinking Aloud Foundation, but it's not a requirement. Nevertheless, there is what I would call a karmic obligation for you to pay it forward. And what that means is simply be the best person you can be in your life by helping other people in whatever way you can. It might mean sharing these videos with other people. It might mean giving a quarter to a panhandler, or 50 cents or $1. Or it might be sharing a sandwich with somebody, or it might be making amends, coming up to somebody who you know that you have wronged in one way or another and trying to make it right somehow, let's say by apologizing, by doing good one way or another and asking nothing in return. That's what paying it forward means. And another way of looking at it is in the yoga tradition, karma yoga. Doing good with your life, making your life as meaningful as you can for other people who are around you. And perhaps another way is to say sharing the love, whatever love you feel in your heart, spread it around in a selfless way. Let me come back to the topic of spiritual transmission for a moment, because it can be both positive and negative. I know that in my years as a criminology student in graduate school, when I acquired my master's degree in criminology, I did spend quite a lot of time working at San Quentin Prison as a volunteer in the psychiatric unit, conducting psychotherapy with murderers and rapists. And, you know, one thing I discovered about these people is that they were human beings too, just like me. Some of them had their swagger, some of them had their shtick, some of them were really introspective and sorry for what they had done, and others were in complete denial. But I remember at the time, the caseworker, the social worker at the prison who was supervising me as a volunteer, used to say to me over and over again, "These are a different kind of cat." Said, "They're not like you and me." And that was the attitude, is that they weren't quite human because of what they had done. But my experience there was just the opposite, that they were every bit as human as I was. And maybe there, but for fortune, I might be in prison. Who knows? There have been plenty of good people in prison from time to time. The point is that when you open your heart up to all of humanity, there is something to share no matter where you are, no matter how wretched your life might seem. I know that many of the people who watch these videos don't have much. Somebody recently posted that they live alone in a small, tiny room in a boarding house, and they've lost everything in their life, and they're so grateful just to have the internet now available to them and to have figured out how to access something like this, a daily message, something of encouragement, something of good cheer to pass on. But the key is, don't just hoard it like that dragon in the cave guarding its treasure, which is the metaphor for the root chakra at the base of the spine. Whatever you're receiving, find a way to spread it around. And I think the more that you can share, you'll find the more you can receive. It works that way. And that's why I encourage all of you to pay it forward in whatever way you can, whatever works best for you, and whenever you can. It may not be right now. It might be next week or next month or next year. But the time will come when you'll be able to enrich the lives of other people, and in so doing, you will open yourself up to receive even more. I'll leave you with that thought. Thank you for being with me.